remove that, all you have to do is loosen the swing nut.
Mm-hmm.
You can just back it off some, and that'll pull right out.
Okay.
And then you could break a pigtail off here, and you can fill that and put it right back.
Okay.
You do have an interstate battery back here.
Mm-hmm.
It's not maintenance free. It's deep cycle, so it's like a marine battery.
Mm-hmm.
It can be ran dead and brought back up many times. Not going to have any issues there.
Okay.
You are going to have to check the water level in it every once in a while, just to make sure that it is up. And then if you have it plugged in all the time, you're going to want to check for swelling on the sides of the battery.
Okay.
You have the 7-way, your chains right down here at the bottom, and your breakaway cable. They do recommend that you put something on here and attach it right next to your chains. Just have it separate. I tested all your lights. I made sure they worked. We're going to test them again when we hook up to your vehicle. I'll walk the roof and I made sure there was no nicks, scratches, tears, anything like that in the roof, so you're not going to have any leaks.
Okay.
We went ahead and did a spot seal just to ensure that if there was any cracks that we filled those over.
Okay.
All your information about the vehicle is going to be right here. Everything from the VIN, the gross vehicle weight, anything you need to know is going to be right here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
This is going to be all the tire information. You have the tire size here, and then your air pressure here. We set all the tires, even the spare, 50 PSI. And I personally worked the lug nuts at 100 foot-pounds.
Okay.
Right through here. This is going to be the water heater. It is a Suburban, so you have an anode rod in here. Depending on how much you use the coach, you are going to need to change this out. What this does is the calcium buildup inside of the tank, instead of having to stay on the tank, it actually builds up on the rod.
Mm-hmm.
It'll eat that rod away. So depending on how much you're using it, I'd say every 6 months, 3 to 6 months, you pull it out and check it.
Okay.
Okay. And it just unscrews to take out or what?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I think it's an 1.8" socket, and you can just pull that right out.
Okay.
Okay.
How do we light the gas from here, or do we light it somewhere
That's
else?
going to be from inside.
Inside.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. I was looking for a switch a second ago. I was like, does this one have a switch?
Okay.
No, that's going to be from inside for sure.
Okay.
You guys have any issues with mud daubers or dirt daubers?
We've got them around our house quite a bit.
Yeah.
I would recommend putting screens over the furnace,
Okay.
Right.
the water heater, the furnace, and the fridge door. So that way they don't get any inside of any of the propane lines and
Okay.
nest, and then you can't light that, whatever it is, they nest in there.
Okay.
We're going to have it parked outside the city limits, so there's going to be a lot of country around.
Yeah,
so
so we will need that.
That'll
So
probably
definitely.
be a
wasps
good
and
idea.
dirt daubers.
Yeah.
You do have your dumping station here. You hook your hose up right here. This is going to be the black tank, and this one's going to be the gray. The way you can know the difference, if you ever have to replace handles, gray is going to have a smaller line.
Okay.
So I recommend pulling the black and then the gray. That way you'll flush your hose out and you don't have to mess with any of the nastiness. And then when you go to travel, you're going to want to close those up and put the cap on for sure.
Okay.
You do have 2 low point drains right here. So this is going to be the lowest point in all your water lines. That way you can drain those out for winterization. You do have stabilizer jacks on here. They're on all 4 corners. They are just for stabilizing. They're not for leveling the coach at all.
Right.
So
Okay.
just bring them down, let them touch the ground, and that's how they get done.
Okay.
I'll put your paper tag on right back here. You do have a cable connection, so if you go somewhere in there and they offer you free cable, you can actually hook the cable up to here and it'll disperse throughout your unit.
Okay.
Spare tire. For the awning, you ever messed with the manual awning before?
Whenever we went to Tyler,
We rented a camper, and
It was fun learning by yourself, wasn't it?
It was interesting. Yeah.
So I went ahead and preset this up. You can do it with one person. You don't have to have 2. So I can have this arm all the way down, and it can be really at a hard angle. That's not going to hurt it at all.
Okay.
All we did was slid these up to remove these arms. Well, sorry. First, I'm going backwards on you guys. Sorry.
Okay.
We're going to do like so. And you're going to bring it all the way down on both sides. And then you'll push this little tab right here, and that's going to release this arm. these are for is once you have these up, when the awning's out, if you got a little bit of wind, it's kind of popping it up. You can actually pull the awning down and tighten these, and it'll stop that popping from happening.
Okay.
Slide these down. Do the same on the other side really quick. What we're going to do, we're going to grab this slide back and forth so you can take it with you. You're going to slightly pull down on it. You can flick that, and that's the closing point. I recommend when you roll this up, you roll with the strap at a small angle instead of having it in one strip. That way it doesn't create any lines or anything inside the line.
Okay, I see.
Don't want it to slap and just bang up against anything. Yeah, I did that. I was wondering why I let it go so low earlier. So if you look on this side, where that thing is resting,
Yeah.
this little bolt,
Uh-huh.
I remember I took this one out, and I just
Okay.
didn't put it back in.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to leave this open to put it in.
Okay.
So once we have it closed, if you see these little locks right here, you're going to lock that down
Okay.
and then tighten these knobs.
Okay.
I believe I forgot to put that bolt back in. That's my fault. You have a freshwater fill right here. So this is just to fill the freshwater tank. You're going to hook it up here, turn the water on, and there's 3 ways to know that's full. It's going to shoot out the breather tube. You have to shoot out the overflow at the bottom.
Okay.
Well, I said there's 2. I'm sorry. There's only 2 ways to
Okay.
know it's full.
Okay.
You do have also an outside outlet in case you want to hook up any awning lights, maybe watch the ball game out here, something like that. You can do so.
Okay.
The exhaust to the furnace. So if you got any grandkids, little kids running around, anything like that, make sure they stay away from this in the wintertime.
Okay.
This is another place where we have a screen.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And then we also have another storage right here. And
And that's
inside
the
of that
pass-through.
is going to be the rod, so that way you can crank down your stabilizer jack.
Okay.
Okay.
Have any questions on the